Hey guys, Tebow2 here. Today we have some very exciting news about, for the first time in quite a while, some Doctor Who character options 5-inch figures. We have some new figures in the B&M sets range, and today it's some very exciting stuff, so let's get right into it. This comes from an unboxing and review from Prime vs. Prime, who is primarily a Transformers YouTuber, but he does do Doctor Who stuff, so yeah, let's get right into this. So the first set thrown off was the Keys of Marinus set, which includes two of the Vord and Ian Chesterton. This is our first time getting any of these figures, and it's particularly exciting for being the first time we're getting a First Doctor's companion in a set. Ian Chesterton, one of his first companions, and it was certainly making me excited that maybe we will get Barbara and Susan down the line. That would be very cool. 60th companions in general seem to be very, very sparse. I don't think we have hardly any. And then these Vord are two very cool, if obscure, 60s villains. I mean, the main villains we've had out of the 60s in the character options line so far have been Daleks, so this is a nice departure from that. Here is the Ian Chesterton figure. He's probably not a whole new sculpt, but the head is definitely. And as we move down, he's got this colored tie, and he's just, a gray suit. Kind of basic, but I'm sure this definitely reuses parts from another figure, but certainly still exciting. And here are the two Vord. One of them has a dagger, and they actually have two distinct head designs, which is neat. But the body design I know is taken from the Sharaz Jek figure, and it's got some newly sculpted parts like the little belt, the hands, legs, feet, and of course the heads. But yeah, these figures are very exciting, pretty cool, just to have some obscure characters represented that would add some variety to the ranks of the First Doctor villains. So the second set is the Sensorites set, which there was previously a leak of, but here's the full set. It has the First Doctor in basically the same outfit as in the 13 Doctor set, and two Sensorites. And again, another story with some rather obscure but pretty cool villains that I feel should have been represented. It includes a normal Sensorite and the kind of city leader one. I don't remember his exact name, but he's got like the black bands, and you can see that better in this back image. He has the black bands to distinguish his rank, and they each come with the little sonic weapon things that they had in the episode. I watched the story not too long ago. It was pretty interesting, and so it's just nice to have figures from it. Okay, and here are the Sensorites. You can again see their little weapons. You can see their new head sculpts with the beards. I don't know if the bodies are taken from anything. And also the little sashes are not removable from the city administrator. But that would be a very cool feature, because if you've seen the story, you'll see where I'm going with that. But yeah, these are certainly very interesting figures. Again, obscure characters, but ones that I feel were good to be represented. We next have some of the History of the Daleks series figures. This is the Power of the Daleks, and one of the figures is just a generic Dalek. The other has the Mutant Scoop arm attachment, which is very interesting. A figure of that was previously released in the 3.75-inch range, so it's nice that it's now got a 5-inch equivalent, even if there isn't actually a mutant in the scooper itself. But I feel like that could be remedied. We've had a couple of mutants through the years. Here's the back of the box, with just some pictures of the two Daleks and a bio. And here is the Mutant Scoop Dalek itself. You can see that really the only new sculpting, I believe, is the actual scooper itself. The Dalek has yellow lights and slightly darker hemispheres than the average 60s Dalek, which I believe is accurate to the story. But, I mean, otherwise, it's just a 60s Dalek. What do you expect? And here's the Day of the Daleks pack with the Supreme Dalek and the regular Drone Dalek. I don't believe we've gotten a Drone Dalek from the story before, so that looks really cool, honestly, even if it's fairly just generic 70s Dalek looking. The Supreme we've gotten before, but I do believe this does feature some new paint to make it more accurate. And here's that drone, and it also looks pretty cool. It's neat how they use different colors for the different ball joints. So yeah, overall, what do I think of these sets? I am very excited for these. I have not collected Doctor Who figures in a while. I mean, my most recent acquisition was one of the B&M TARDISes, but this makes me excited to collect more of the actual figures themselves. Especially that Ian Chesterton. I am very excited for him. I probably won't pick up the Daleks personally, because I have a lot of Daleks, even if I don't have those specific variant. But I do like these new villains that are getting introduced, and of course Ian Chesterton. And as I said, I'm very excited to see where they go with these sets next. Maybe they will give us the rest of the First Doctor's first companions, and maybe even more of them. So yeah, that is basically all for my discussion of this. Thanks again to Prime vs. Prime for letting me use the screenshots from his review for this video. Anyhow, that is all. I have been Tebow2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tebow2YT, to follow my Twitter, which is also Tebow2YT, and you can also join my Discord for discussions on any of my topics. And finally, just be sure to have a nice day. Goodbye.